This is ABC 7 News at 6.
One person is dead after a pickup and a tractor-trailer truck collide in Somerset County. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Devin Dagnall. It happened Sunday night around 8 p.m. According to the Somerset County Chief Deputy Michael Mitchell, deputies responded to Route 201 in West Forks. He says an investigation revealed 62-year-old Todd Bouchard of Madison was driving his pickup north on Route 201 when it crossed the center line into the path of a tractor trailer heading south. Bouchard was the only person in the vehicle. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The operator of the tractor trailer truck was not injured. Route 201 was shut down for nearly 5 hours. Authorities are still investigating what exactly caused Bouchard to veer into the path of the tractor trailer.
Meanwhile, a suspect accused of murdering a man in the town of Brooks is among those indicted by a Waldo County grand jury. Authorities say Attilio Delgado was arrested in May of 2022 in connection with the death of 49-year-old James Clooney. Officials haven't released many details about the case, but at the time, they said deputies responded to a disturbance at Clooney's home on Littlefield Road and discovered he'd been shot to death. Delgado was just 16 years old at the time and pleaded not guilty. Officials also say the pair knew each other. The case was originally handled in juvenile court, but prosecutors announced early on that they would be filing a motion to try him as an adult. Delgado is now charged with Class A murder.
Well, it's certainly been the subject of a lot of conversations today. An earthquake shook parts of Maine this morning. The United States Geological Survey, or USGS, originally reported a 4.1 magnitude earthquake that occurred about 8 miles southeast of York Harbor at around 10:22 a.m. It was later lowered to a 3.8 magnitude earthquake. According to the U.S. National Tsunami Warning Center, there is no tsunami danger associated with this earthquake. The Maine Emergency Management Agency says Maine experiences an average of 5 earthquakes per year. People across southern Maine reported feeling the shaking. Police are reminding Mainers to only call 911 if you have an emergency.
Well, one of President Trump's key campaign promises was to impose tariffs on foreign imports. Just 1 week after taking office, the impact of that promise is starting to take shape. Our Alex Schley tells us how a tariff on Canada could affect those traveling in and out of Bangor.
Hours after taking office, President Donald Trump announced during an Oval Office signing ceremony that his administration planned to impose a 25% tariff on both Canada and Mexico. If imposed, the tariff could result in a 25% increase in the cost of fuel the Bangor International Airport receives from the Canadian-based fuel supplier Irving Oil.
Because of their location and their supply chain, they're able to provide it at the most competitive price, the quality, and their ability really to deliver the amount of fuel.
The airport receives fuel delivered multiple times a week and consumes about 20 million gallons annually. Airport Director Jose Saavedra says the airport renews the contract of its fuel supplier every 5 years, at which point a request for proposal is always completed to determine the best option.
The closest refinery on the U.S. side is in the New Jersey area, and so there is other suppliers that would be able to provide the fuel perhaps at a much higher rate, just because of the logistics and delivery fees that would be associated with bringing in the fuel domestically.
However, a tariff has never been a factor Bangor International Airport officials have had to consider. Because of that, Saavedra says he's unsure how airfare prices may be affected if implemented.
The amount of fuel and the rate that we get depends on a variety of contracts and agreements that have been in place.
Several travelers we spoke with say regardless of the tariff's potential impact, they would still fly at a Bangor International Airport.
It's just so convenient.
Because of the convenience of the Bangor Airport, I would still continue to come to Bangor Airport.
Trump says he plans to implement the tariff by February 1st, but as of this report, no tariff has been signed. In Bangor, I'm Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A new bill seeking to clarify and strengthen how used solar panels are stored and disposed of faced a public hearing today. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has more on how the bill came to be and what those in the solar industry think of the proposed increase in regulation.
How can it not be an emergency? We have a problem here. The emergency that Representative Michael Lemelin is talking about is a loophole found by solar farm developers to a bill unanimously passed by the 131st Maine legislature, requiring used solar panels to be recycled properly once they reach their end of life or are no longer serviceable. After finding out about the loophole, Representative Lemelin submitted the current bill under emergency measures.
This new bill, LD 92, is to put in there that they can only store those for 90 days before they recycle them.
A public hearing was held for the bill on Monday, and, as Representative Lemelin expected, the solar industry as well as the Maine Department of Environmental Protection were not in favor of closing the loophole.
Simply put, the department does not believe that this provides adequate flexibility for the timeline that might be necessary for recycling and disposal.
According to Representative Lemelin, proper and timely recycling of solar panels is already being done by other states. He says if stored, toxic metals like cadmium can leak out of the panels and into our environment, which he says nobody wants, and is why it's important to get those materials recycled fast.
However, they really don't, because if you research, there's so many states already realizing this, even California. They're all realizing that they have to recycle these solar panels, so they are.
The bill now heads for a committee work session before it can be voted on by the full legislature. Representative Lemelin says he once again hopes for unanimous bipartisan support. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, while on the topic of everything happening in our state capital, we would like to take a moment to remind you, our viewers, that Governor Mills will be giving her State of the Budget address tomorrow evening, and we'll be taking you there.
First, we will be live streaming the address on our website and Facebook page. Also, our ABC 7 and Fox 22 Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard will be live on scene with full coverage in all of our newscasts. You can find our Facebook at Fox ABC Maine, and our website, of course, is foxbangor.com.
All right, well, it's about that time. Let's turn things over and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you, Beth and Devin. Our first weather today is brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. All right, out there we can see some snow in the northern portions of the state. That's going to continue to move down to the southeast into our region for tonight. It'll actually arrive later on in the overnight hours for tonight. But for highs today, we were just a degree above freezing, seeing 33 degrees here in Bangor, 32 for Bar Harbor. Lots of areas in those mid to possibly even those upper 30s down in the southwestern portion of the state for today. We did see Portland getting close to 40, but not quite. Right around 37 was your high. Going up north, though, 28 degrees in Clayton Lake. Other than that, we're all close to above average for temperatures out there for today. And we can see wind speeds out there pretty breezy. We see lots of those winds from the southwest right now. 14 miles per hour sustained here in Bangor, 15 in Bar Harbor, 20 miles per hour sustained in Rockland. So definitely gusting your 25 to 30 miles per hour at times. And we're going to stick with that wind out there for tonight. Those chances for snow will arrive late. It's not showing it here on the overnight planner, but expect those showers to arrive right around 4 to 5 a.m. for tonight. Beth and Devin?
Chase, thank you. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, our Callie Warren was in Sangerville to highlight how the community is coming together to help a small business struck by tragedy.
And Piscataquis County unveils their new locations for drug take-back boxes. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
We're Mainers, tough but compassionate. Starting in January 2025, workers and businesses in Maine will begin contributing to the Paid Family and Medical Leave Program. These small contributions will build a fund to support Mainers when we need it most, whether it's welcoming a child, managing a serious health issue for ourselves or a loved one, securing safety after abuse or violence, or helping during a family member's military deployment. Maine Paid Family and Medical Leave. It's how we care. It's who we are. Learn more at maine.gov/paid leave.
We've got an all-new game with a new way to play. It's Cash Pop from the Maine Lottery. You just pick one number from 1 to 15. If your number's drawn, you win. Just like that, with cash prizes up to $2,500 and 5 drawings every day. You gotta make it pop with Cash Pop.
For great Toyota offers not seen on TV, you could type buyatoyota.com into your browser, or you could simply scan this QR code and give your fingers a break. Buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to Residential Roofers, your trusted local contractor for over 30 years. From groundwork to roofing, siding, windows, and doors, we've been transforming homes and businesses with premium craftsmanship and materials. We understand the value of your investment. That's why we're committed to your complete satisfaction, whether it's enhancing curb appeal or improving functionality. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call us today for a no-obligation, free estimate at 991-1502. Trust your home to Residential Roofers.
Let Hellman's Bakery put a smile on your face with their tasty offerings of breads, baked beans, lasagna, tuche and turkey pies, fruit and cream pies, wedding and specialty cakes, pastries, and more. Hillman's, your hometown bakery, Fairfield.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A Sangerville brewery is stepping up after a local small business owner was hit by tragedy. Our Callie Warren has more.
I mean, I can't thank everybody enough for it.
Brandon Brackett was the owner of Brackett's One Stop in Abbott. On Wednesday, he suffered a tragic loss.
It was a fire that started from gas fumes.
His auto repair shop burned to the ground.
It just got out of control from the get-go.
Luckily, he and all involved escaped unharmed.
Pretty much all I had time to do was get out and get my dog safe.
Now, Brackett is facing rebuilding costs.
With the support and the money from the GoFundMe and the donations, I should be able to, start rebuilding here shortly.
Something that the owners of Two Nights Brewing in Sangerville are helping with.
Well, I woke up Thursday morning and saw the post on Facebook, and I was absolutely blown away and shocked that it even happened.
For the next 2 weekends, Two Nights will be donating 10% of their sales to Brackett in addition to collecting donations for him.
He's here a lot, he helps here a lot, and he's also another local business that we try to support as many local businesses as we can because everybody around here supports us.
They say they're just helping a neighbor and a regular at the bar.
Thanks for stopping in, Brandon.
Thank you.
For more information on how to support Brackett's One Stop and Two Nights, visit this story on our website.
We want to get him as much money as we possibly can so he can rebuild and start helping people again because he's a great guy.
Makes me feel very thankful. I never realized that, there was so much support.
Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
People in Piscataquis County now have a safe resource to dispose of unneeded prescription drugs. The Northern Light Mayo Hospital in Dover-Foxcroft and C.A. Dean Hospital in Greenville now have drug take-back boxes in public areas. These boxes provide a space for people to dispose of unwanted drugs safely with no risk to their personal information.
It's very, very safe to do, and it really can be just about any medication that you want to get out of your household.
With this addition, all Northern Light hospitals now offer safe drug disposal resources.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6 hour, Jody Hersey was in Bangor to speak with some young entrepreneurs who recently started their own company.
And in sports, Old Town girls basketball has rattled off 9 straight wins as they gear up for their final stretch of the season. That story is right after the break.
It's hard work to recover, whether it's from drugs or losing your child. Michael lived to make people laugh. I couldn't talk to family or friends that didn't get it because everyone has a solution that's never been in that situation before. I honestly did not see a change until I got myself help. How can we tell somebody to get help if we're not willing to get help ourselves?
It's time to start planning that new home or garage you've been thinking about. Hammond Lumber Company is here to help, offering complete building packages with everything you need. With several options on their website and thousands of unique plans in their in-house drawing catalog. Hammond will help you make your dreams a reality. Choose your materials from Hammond's extensive showroom displays, and Hammond will deliver your order from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Start planning your new home or garage at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped what it values most, It's members. Join our family, and you could save on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. We offer you our support when you need it, whether it's questions about your policy or with our most trusted roadside assistance service. Visit AAA.com/insurance and find out how much you could save.
If you've been in an accident with a truck, making the wrong call can be costly. Evidence and witnesses can disappear. You need to stop that from happening. These are some of the most complicated cases for a law firm, but not if you call one that handles truck cases every day. Call a law firm with the resources, experience, and power to go after every dollar you deserve. If you're hurt in a truck accident, call Joe. The law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Tell them you mean business.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. It's been over a month since Old Town girls basketball has lost a game, their last one coming back on December 21st, and the Coyotes are rolling at the right time. The reigning Class B North champs have rattled off 9 straight wins since starting the season 2-4, and they are on fire as they gear up for the final 3 games of the regular season. Old Town has made it to 3 straight regional finals, taking down Ellsworth last year to win the Northern Maine crown. And right now they say the way they played together on both ends has been key.
We come out together as a team and we work together. We've definitely been working on our defense and coming here every day to put in the effort and just get better. We all communicate. We come here every day and just bust our butts to get where we are.
Definitely playing with 1 versus 5 of us. We all play together as a team. You know, we work hard together. We make sure at practice we're pushing ourselves to be our best, and that works out in our games.
That chemistry has certainly shown over this win streak, especially after losing a few key seniors last year. The Coyotes have allowed over 40 points just once in their last 9 wins, and just like the teams that have come before them, the recipe for success in Mackenzie Gym hasn't changed. Good defense and a little bit of belief.
We've always worked on it. It's always been what Heather talks about, defense wins games, and we always just cherish it.
Defense wins games, defense wins championship. We walk around on game days with that on our back, just that saying. Like if you can't get the team any points and you get some points, then you're going to win the basketball game, so it just really helps.
We definitely all had to believe in ourselves. That's one of the things Heather has always said, just believe. And that's one of the biggest things we've had to do this year.
All right, wishing them luck as we wrap up the regular season. Let's go to the ice now. The Bruins coming off of 2 wins in a 2-game homestand this past weekend. And despite inconsistencies really all year, the Bees are starting to see some production from their star. David Pastrnak and his line were key in Boston's win on Sunday over the Colorado Avalanche. Trailing 1-0 in the third, Pasta assisted on both the game-tying goal and the game winner, while also scoring an empty netter at the end to make it 3-1. Both of Pasta's assists went right to line mate Morgan Geekie, who capitalized by scoring both goals. Pasta has now assisted on 10 of Geekie's 15 goals this year and has an assist in 7 straight. And interim head coach Joe Sacco had some high praise for his first line.
That line has developed some chemistry here the last little while. They're finding their spots in the offensive zone, reading off each other well. And and Geeks is doing a good job. He's finishing his chances, and 88's playing pretty good hockey right now.
Boston hits the road. They're back in action on Tuesday at the Buffalo Sabres. That is all the time we have for sports. Here's Chase Ropenack with your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you very much, Tyler. For highs out there for today, just a degree above freezing here in Bangor. We actually saw freezing here in Bar Harbor, but then there were some warmer temperatures in those mid to upper 30s in the southwestern portion of the state. We saw 30s all the way up north of Presque Isle for today, but Greenville and Clayton Lake were a little bit cooler, right around 28 degrees for those highs. But other than that, we're all above average out there for today. Here comes that front for tonight. Right around those early morning hours, we will still be warm here in Bangor, so our lows are not going to change much for tonight, but we're going to hit our highs very very early on, and then that front comes in, and the temperatures drop throughout the day. By 4 o'clock for tomorrow, we could be in the single digits, right around 9 degrees, and we could see some negatives up north by Clayton Lake going into tomorrow evening. So that cold front is going to drop those temperatures rapidly throughout tomorrow afternoon. And here's throughout the rest of the week, the average high right around 28 degrees. We'll be right around average early on for tomorrow, but then the temperature really going to drop. We'll feel that Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday, the high only right around 15 degrees, so most of the day could be spent in the single digits in the low teens. Friday, we'll be right back up above average with that high right around 30 degrees, 20 and 23 for Saturday and Sunday, then back above average going into next week on Monday, even a little bit warmer with that high right around 34 degrees then. But we got some nice southwesterly winds out there right now, showing south winds here in Bangor right around 14 miles per hour, 15 in Bar Harbor, 20 in Rockland. So we do get, it's a windy day out there today. Winds are gusting your 20 to 25 miles per hour out there. We see those winds all the way up north still, sustained right around 15 to 20 miles per hour. Here's what we're going to see throughout tonight. The winds will die down just a little bit, still gusting your 20 miles per hour though, and 25 by the coast. And that's right around 6 a.m. They're going to pick up again tomorrow afternoon, gusting near 30 across much of the state. Lots of areas will be above 25 mile per hour gusts for tomorrow, and those winds are going to switch. They'll be coming from the northwest, and that's going to make the temperatures feel a lot colder than they really are going into tomorrow evening. But out there for right now, we do see that snow in the northern portion of the state. Now that front's going to continue to move in the direction right to the southeastern portion of the state, so we will see some snow later on for tonight. It doesn't look like we're going to see much accumulations though. We'll see a nice little chance. The eastern portion of the state will get some nice snow right around 4:30 in the morning. Then that front will really make its way through right around 8:30 to 9. That's when we'll get a nice little burst of snow then. But after that is when we'll stay dry, and we'll be dealing with some very cold temperatures going into tomorrow afternoon after that front passes through. Now there is another chance going into Wednesday afternoon where this nor'easter system will pass to the south of us, and we'll get some nice snow with that moisture here right around Wednesday afternoon, covering much of the state. But for tonight, right around mid-20s, we'll see some snow showers later on, and then tomorrow we'll hit those highs very early on. Temperatures will continue to drop throughout the day, but our highs for tomorrow be right around 28 degrees, and we could possibly be in those single digits going into tomorrow afternoon into evening. So here's a look at our extended forecast. More snow is likely going into Wednesday. A mostly sunny day for Thursday, but dry with those highs right around 15 degrees, and snow chances arriving late going into Friday evening with the high right around 30. Beth and Devin?
Thank you, Chase.
Still more to come right after the break.
I slipped and fell on some ice in a parking lot.
Slip and fall? Make the call to Maine's most recognized personal injury law firm, the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
I'd recommend their services to anyone. Call Joe. It's that easy.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Hank's Husqvarna is your trusted full-line Husqvarna dealer, offering you everything you need for your outdoor projects. From high-performance lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers to chainsaws, trimmers, battery-powered and powerful snowblowers, we have just what you need. Every piece of equipment is fully set up, serviced, and ready for use by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or new equipment sales, make your way to Hank's Husqvarna in Carmel or Newport.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Tell the insurance company you mean business. Call Joe Bornstein, right now.
Call the firm that has been getting justice for Mainers for 50 years. If you've been injured in an accident, call Joe.
A group of middle school students showcased their engineering skills at Maine Maritime Academy today as the school hosted a model boat competition with vessels built by students. Our Grace Blanchard shares more.
It was a battle of boats at Maine Maritime Academy, but on a smaller scale. MMA hosted a competition with remote-controlled vessels built by 7th and 8th graders from the Adams School and Penobscot Middle School.
It gives them an idea, a taste of what they could do as they get older.
The students have been participating in a boat-building project called Maritime Plastic Works, a program out of the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard that aims to introduce students to the maritime industry.
Kids will build these ships the same way that we build ships at a naval shipyard, and they'll learn about all the science in between it.
The boats are constructed of 3D components and propelled by a motor assembled by the students.
It's a really neat experience to see the boat gliding through the water. It's interesting to see what worked and what didn't.
Maine Maritime Academy's interim president says this project reflects the mission of the school.
We've been building ships in this state for about 400 years or so I think it's really exciting, and this is probably one of the best days to be at Maine Maritime.
The vessels are named after MMA alumnus David Philbrook, a leader in the shipbuilding industry who was honored during the competition.
It feels really good, especially to see the excitement of the kids today after they built something and then did it in the pool and tested, and it really was a fun time for me, but it was, like I said, an honor just to be named after them.
Organizers hope to inspire more students to explore STEM career opportunities.
It's made me think of a lot more things, and I think a lot of my classmates are now considering engineering as an option because it was really eye-opening.
In Castine, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Students at the United Technology Center in Bangor have started their very own company before they've even earned their high school diploma. As Jody Hersey tells us, these young entrepreneurs launched Maine Minimal Company, a clothing business that's finding success online.
I think it's scary starting out, but it's new, and everything that new is a little scary at first.
Maine Minimal is a small student-led clothing brand that is designed, produced, and marketed by 5 students from 4 different high schools that attend UTC's Business Leadership Program. These young entrepreneurs took Intro to Business, Accounting, and Small Business Management classes as high school juniors. Now as seniors, they are implementing what they've learned into a tangible business.
We just try to capture the crisp, clean aesthetic of Maine and try to put Maine designs on clothing and just try to capture that essence.
But I've seen people in public wearing it, and I'm like, oh, nice sweatshirt.
However, the group hit a roadblock when it came to securing the startup funds.
And it didn't really go as we had hoped, and we didn't really get any investments. And so after that, it was very difficult because we were debating whether we were just in over our heads, we didn't know what we were doing.
Their teacher, Rebecca Willette, was waiting in the wings.
I think that was the hardest part because watching them, I just want to fix it, but it's encouraging them to critically think of how can we solve this problem? And they did, and they did a wonderful job.
These entrepreneurs pivoted to a made-to-order model that allowed them to use the money customers pay when placing an order to fulfill and ship their products.
It's been really fun to see orders come in and then get to package them and send them out. I think that's been the funnest part.
Although the Maine Minimal Company is just starting out, it's already giving back to others in need.
Our site is actually open right now, and for the next couple of days, we're doing 10% of our profits go to the California wildfires.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Absolutely love that they're brand new, but right off the block, they're thinking about others and contributing.
Yeah.
You know, that's extraordinary.
That's what I was just thinking about. You know, just gotta check them out at this point. Maybe I'll buy something. Who knows? Maybe you'll see me around the station with a little bit of Maine Minimal.
You know, you can't have too many comfortable sweatshirts. That's my general rule. So yeah, absolutely. I think we'll be taking a look.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7, take care and have a great rest of your night.
And for more of your local news, you can join us over on Fox 22 News tonight at 6:30.
This week, the military's role in the new deportation plan. Is it clear? Plus, the order to end federal DEI programs. Will your company be forced to comply? World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. A husband and wife called me after they were hit by a drunk driver. We've got them a $400,000 settlement they were able to use for their retirement. Call me. I'm your go-to guy.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and
they step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
I guess she knows what she's talking about because that's her job.
I'm so happy about her decision.
I do love my cat, and other people don't have that affection.
As a nurse, I knew I had to go get treatment. You have 48 to 72 hours. Otherwise, I get rabies and I could die if the cat did have rabies.
He's an outdoor cat. He was rescued from being outside.
People should have collars on their animals and not have them roaming around the streets, especially if they're known to bite or nip around.
You just can't take an outdoor cat and make him an indoor animal.
I'm glad I'm fine, and I'm glad everything turned out well today.
This is Fox 22 News Tonight.
One person is dead after a pickup and a tractor-trailer truck collided in Somerset County. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Devin Dagnall. It happened Sunday night around 8 p.m. According to the Somerset County Chief Deputy Michael Mitchell, deputies responded to Route 201 in West Forks. He says an investigation revealed 62-year-old Todd Bouchard of Madison was driving his pickup north on Route 201 when it crossed the center line into the path of a tractor-trailer heading south. Bouchard was the only person in the vehicle. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The operator of the tractor-trailer truck was not injured. Route 201 was shut down for nearly 5 hours. Authorities are still investigating what exactly caused Bouchard to veer into the path of the tractor-trailer.
Meanwhile, a suspect accused